Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. So today's tutorial we're going to be working on a small oval stone. This is a stone I made from the molds that I purchased from the Happy Dotting Company, and I'm going to give it 3 coats of white paint. So I usually do a base coat of black, but this time the colors that I'm going to be using, I want them to be extremely vibrant, and the best way to do that is by putting on a white background. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm giving this 3 coats of white paint, and I just use my finger dauber so that it really blends in the paint, gives it a nice even coverage, and it alleviates any possibility of brush strokes if I were to use a brush. So that's what I do. I let it dry and then I start adding my paint. So I'm going to be using a blending brush, putting on this paint. This one is called Magenta. All of the paint colors that I will be using today will be listed in the description, but they are also all by DecoArt. So for Christmas, I received some gift cards for Michael's, and so I went to town and I bought a bunch of new paint and really excited to try out some of these new colors that I have. So the magenta is one of them, and then I use another one that's called dragon fruit. It's another new color, so I was really excited to showcase those on this particular tutorial. But the red that I used is called Red Alert, and I've used that a fair bit in a lot of my videos. I just love the color once it dries, so that's why I use it a lot. So what I did was I put on the red paint on the bottom or on the edges, and then worked my way up to that magenta color that's in the center so that I could blend them together. So I want to work as quickly as I can so that the paint doesn't dry and I can continue working with it and blending it in together. And then hopefully I get a nice blend while the paint is still wet, enough so that you don't see the little blotches of the blending brush as it goes back and forth. So most of this will get covered up when we get a little further into the video, but I really wanted to get this blending done, and trust me, it's the only blending we're going to be doing in this, but I really wanted to get it as perfect as possible. And so I just keep going back and forth with the magenta that's in the middle and then whatever colors on each side. So right now I'm working on the red, but I was also working on the dragon fruit side or the darker pink side, and just keep working until you're happy with it. It's just, for me, I just wanted it to be blended in. Maybe you want to do something that's just stripes, and there is no blending. You just have them beside each other. Maybe you want it to be a little blotchy and have it do like an ombre effect and have it worked into each other. Not as much as this, but maybe just a little bit lighter. Anything goes. You can do it any way that you want. It's totally up to you. I am doing this to give you inspiration and maybe teach you a thing or two that maybe you didn't know, in the way of maybe some tips or techniques or tricks that I might do that maybe you find helpful and useful. So that's what I'm here for. And I look forward to visiting with you every single week. So I am getting back on track after the Christmas holidays to really get this working really well so that I make sure that my videos are up and posted for Fridays so that you're able to view them. So I found that my little blending brush that I was using was starting to get too full of paint, and it wasn't blending anymore. It was just sort of smudging everywhere. So I got some of my finger daubers and I brought them out, and they do a wider space. So that's something that was a little bit better for me because my paint was drying and I needed to move a little bit quicker. And yeah, so sometimes the tool of choice isn't really the tool that works the best. So don't be afraid to change your tools and start over and keep working away. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I get the blend that I really, really wanted. So once that's dry, I'm now going to go on and I'm just going to draw on hearts all over it. I don't have any rhyme or reason for it. I don't really understand why I pick the directions that they're going in. I just put hearts everywhere. And I wasn't concerned about their shape or their size. If one side of the heart was a little more lopsided than the other, then so be it. I just wanted to have hearts all over the place. And then I really wanted to show off more of that blending that we did. And I'm just drawing these little circles. So the reason why I'm drawing all of this on is because everything that is outside of the charcoal pencil is going to be black. And everything inside is going to show off that beautiful blending that we just completed. So every heart is going to be different. They're going to have the different shades and the different blending inside each of them. And I wanted to do the same thing with these little dots. Normally what I would do is I would take a dotting stylus and I would just dot colors all over the place. But I can't get a blending effect with just doing dots. So I had to draw the dots on and then paint around them. So that's what I do. It's kind of like a reverse painting where you do your background and then you pick what part of it you want it to be focused on. And that's what I do. And I call this scattered hearts because of exactly that. The hearts are scattered all over the place on this rock. And they're showcasing little bits and pieces here and there of the blending that we had just completed. So I had a lot of fun doing this. And of course, I'm not finished once I put on all of the black. I will also be putting on some of my favorite gold, which is DecoArt Metallic Glorious Gold. I'm going to be doing little dots all over the place with that, and I'm going to put a little bit of white dots on it as well, just to break up a little bit of this and add a little something more to it. And then I do a soft glittering top coat because I really wanted these hearts to glitter and to shine, especially once it's resined and the light hits it just so perfectly that you see these little tiny glitter spots all over the place and makes it look so, so pretty. So I am careful with going around all of the dots and in between the hearts and everything like that, just to cover up pretty much the majority of the rock. But it's, like I said, it's a painting in reverse. So, which I found was quite fun. And I've done this before, and I really like the effect. Now, if I were to do this again, I think I would make maybe 1 or 2 hearts so that you really get to see that blending, or maybe I would use a bigger rock. But this was the rock that I had available to me at the time. I've made more, but I'm still waiting for them to dry. But I really, really wanted to show off this technique. So I did it on this little oval stone. So let me know what you think of this technique. The fastest and easiest way to let me know is by giving me a thumbs up. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe and make sure you smash that little bell there that gives you notification when I post something new. Because I have, like I said, I'm back on track. I've got things in the works, things that are ready for edits, things that are done editing, waiting for a voiceover. I've got so many videos in different stages ready to go that there should be no excuses from me to make sure that I'm posting a new video every Friday. So Make sure that you pay attention to your notifications, because on Fridays it will be popping up to let you know that Northern Pieces has just posted a new tutorial. So I have been busy working away on different rocks and things, and there's a few requests that have come in, and I will definitely be doing those to showcase those as well. I did have one comment that was looking for the fairy sitting on a branch, and it's kind of odd. I can't find the video either, so I'm going to make another one, and we're going to replicate as best as I can, because I'm not very good at copying. I always end up going off on some other kind of a road of my artwork. So, but stay tuned for that, because that is coming up soon as well. So, and I have one more Valentine tutorial that I would like to get posted up for you. And I just got notification from YouTube that I've officially hit 4 years old. So I guess it's my YouTube birthday, and I'm really excited about that as well. So yeah, now I'm putting on those dots. Like I said, I'm just using a dotting stylus, and I'm putting on 1 drop of paint, and then without re-dipping my tool right away, I'm still dotting everywhere. And then before you do this step, I didn't show it to you, but before you do this, make sure you wipe your rock off and get rid of anything that is left over. If you're using a General's charcoal pencil, you want to make sure that all of those marks are gone so that you can put this part on. And then it dries to be so sparkly and pretty and looks amazing after it's been resined. So remember, folks, life is what you make it. So get creative.